Hi there. In this video, I'm going to show you how to get started with C++ on a Windows machine using what's called the Windows Subsystem for Linux, or WSL. Your first step is to install this if you haven't already got it on your machine. And this can be done either via the App Store, which gives you Ubuntu, or if you want to change the distribution, you will need to use the command line. I'll leave it to you to search online if you want to do it this way. Once you've got Ubuntu or whatever Linux distribution installed, you'll want to launch the Linux shell. So the quickest way to do that in Windows is if you've got Windows Explorer open, what you want to do is hold down the Shift key. So hold down Shift and then right click. And when the context menu appears, you'll see this option that says Open Linux Shell here. So click on that. And we have our Linux shell here. So in order to install the compiler, you'll need to run some commands from the command line. So the easiest way to do this is with these two commands. So you'll want to run update, and you'll want to just install this group of packages, which will include the C++ compiler. So depending on which distribution of Linux you installed, your window might look slightly different to this. It doesn't matter. I've already got it installed. So nothing happens, but on your machine, if you're doing this for the first time, it may take a little while to do all the downloading. All right, next what we want to do is actually write the code that we're going to compile. So I'll just do this in Windows. So let's call this main.cpp, and CPP is just the extension for a C++ file. You can use any text editor or IDE you want, and this is just going to be a typical C++ program. We're just going to print hello world. All right, now we'll go back to our shell. You'll see that the C++ file is there. So to compile it, we're going to need to run this executable file called G++, the GNU C++ compiler. So if we do that, we type in G++, and we've got to tell the compiler the name of the file that we want to compile, and that's main.cpp. So you do that, and you'll notice it's generated a new file. The file is called a.out. That's the executable file. To run the executable file, what you need to do is type a full stop, a forward slash, or a backslash, whichever one it is. And then just type the name of the executable, which in our case is a.out. And it's going to run the program. So all we did in our program was print hello world, so that's what we should get. And there you go. So the program was compiled to an executable, and we ran the executable file. So that's basically it. You now have what you need to write simple C++ programs which print output to the console. If you want to do anything more sophisticated than this, for example, using graphical engines, or you want to use a debugger, for example, with VS Code, you're going to need to follow the instructions online to set these things up. What I've shown you here is just a very quick way to get started with C++ programming that's really low fuss. So, good luck.